Bicentennials except one, huh? I'll have to do a little research on those. 172. coaches. Ugh, don't even get me started. It's 2 games, both Chicago games, where you sit and you kind of just sit silently in disbelief. But you are right, yeah, they really miss Parsons. You know, defensively, I think they missed Parsons since he went out in that Denver game, and offensively, they missed Tucker Kraft in whatever game he went out in. Just could not believe it. I will say though, you know, I'm pretty excited for next year. You know, with that whole injury thing, that could happen any year. It could happen next year too. Somebody, you know. You hear a lot of fans being like, "Oh, wait till next year. You know, next year's our year." Yeah, well, you don't know it. It ain't gonna happen again next year. What worries me is, you know, how do those two come back from those injuries? You know, are they the same player? There's no guarantee. You know, I think Parsons gonna be pretty close to the same player. You know, just if his personality and his drive is the way it is, I don't see how he isn't the same player next year. And I guess I almost feel the same way about Tucker Kraft. That's my take on it anyways. Mandy Brown, welcome. I don't know if have I ever seen you in here, Mandy? I'm not sure. Unless it's another one of my usuals that change their name. Oh, that's happened to me a couple times. And KJ. Well, it's good to know the chat works. Streamed for an hour yesterday and nobody was in chat. Hey, give me a sound and technical check. Everything looks good and sounds good. I don't really I say it all the time, I don't wear headphones or earbuds like I should to be able to check the playback. Sound great? Perfect. I figured I'd jump on this morning. I still got a safe worth of stuff to go through of old grandfather's collection, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through. I already went through a whole thing of Ike's. Looks like the whole thing, which was a good chunk, was all bicentennial Ike dollars. I'm not a big Ike dollar fan. Those will get checked for errors at some point. We're going to do some, I guess he's got these marked as mixed 1950s. These look like they're probably silver Kennedys. Some more nickels and another roll of what I guess looked like wheat pennies that he had in there. Yeah, we got about the same temperature, Coach. Minus 18 overnight. I woke up. We're not supposed to get any of the snow. There's no snow in the forecast, but I woke up, what was it, Thursday or Friday morning to 32 degrees, negative 32 degrees, real temperature. I want to say it was pushing 40 something in wind chill. But besides going through all my pocket change on and bags of change that people have given me, I got to start getting through some of that. Some of these rolls in the safe that have never seen the light of day since who knows when. Check the years on things. Give them a quick error check. I would rather have the cold that we're supposed to get though, and that we're in right now than than all that snow. Yeah, the price of silver is crazy. I think silver, because it's going so high, I think it's losing some of its luster. As far as, because I mean, it's not completely this way yet, but I think you're starting to price some people out of stacking. Like the stackers. 58 with still a little bit of color. I mean, not completely. I mean, you ain't as priced out of it as gold yet, but I think it's starting to get to the point where people are like, yeah, it's now, the people that were buying however much a month, maybe they bought 5 ounces a month back when it was $30-$40 an ounce. A lot of those people aren't probably doing that anymore. Yep, you're exactly right. Now the numismatic value is been taken over by the melt value. I mean, shoot, 90% Roosevelt dimes and Mercury nickels now I think are at a melt of $8 or $9, between $8 and $9, I think. Maybe between $7 and $8. I don't know. I always have to check my app. But it's right in that area anyways. I gotta move my coffee, otherwise it's for sure gonna get spilled. I don't know, this roll looks like it might be a lot of 40s and 50s. Which I don't know why he has a roll like this, because I have a huge bag of 40s and 50s from that he had collected. I don't know, maybe some of these will be just nicer condition. Some of them got a little bit better color than the typical brown. Guessing I'll find a dye chip at some point. But nope, you're right, Coach. Everybody's talking about how the melt has surpassed the numismatic collector value. 56D with a little bit more red to it. That one will probably go in the better part of the collection. I'll probably be hanging out for at least a couple hours this morning, you know, whatever it takes to get through these rolls. Let's see, here's 2 rolls of nickels. This is the roll of, I believe, what's going to be, it looks like mostly silver. Kennedy's, and 2 rolls of pennies. So we'll see how long it takes me to get through this morning. Yep. Well, you know, and I tinker around on whatnot quite a bit, and I think it's going to become tougher for your proverbial flippers and resellers. Kind of a cool looking 58. That one was probably going to get set aside too. I mean, anytime something like that happens with price, you know, I mean, it's gonna be tougher for you if you're just a straight up flipper and not a collector. Because your margins are getting ate up. Yes, that's the other thing that you are correct on. The mint is actually hiking their prices too. Because the mint is like, well, we can't sell it at this anymore. I appreciate you stopping by here this morning, Coach. Makes my morning a little less lonely. Usually there's a stream of people in and out through a morning that I spend a couple hours on. Yesterday it was just weird though. I was like, that's the first stream in a long time I've ever gone on and haven't had somebody swing through and say hi and bye in the same sentence at least. but that's all right. I like I like my room to be nice and quiet and laid back. Kind of an eye appeal one there. Almost looks like it's got some of that wood grain that wants to start or wanted to start. Nice scratch. So you must just be hunkered down, huh, Coach? Gonna wait for that to pass. About halfway through this penny roll. Eights. Was that like a 58 or something? Or what are you talking on eights? Like eights. Oh, 8 likes. I don't see the likes and stuff on the stream. 8 likes on this stream? There ain't been 8 people come through. For some reason, YouTube's interface for live streaming, the screen that I have over here no longer shows likes. Let's see, what do I see? I see concurrent viewers. I see a chat rate. And like time live or something like that. KJC's shows me 4. See, like I don't even see a like number. If you're seeing 8, this stream's doing well for some reason already. Because usually 8 is my total for 3 hours. And it usually ain't even that. Usually more around 5 or 6. Had a basketball game yesterday. Yeah, that's kind of how we are too. I mean, northern Minnesota, you really can't let it affect you. You got to go out and get done what you got to get done. This is the stretch. These are the stretches, though, that, like, you get through this stretch of 30 below and stuff, and then you get back to 20 around here. And then people are out with no jackets and stuff when it's, back to 20 above. Yeah, it's the same with us. I mean, you can't. I don't see how you can be up here in this Northwoods area, without, like you said, a 4-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive vehicle. But some people pull it off. This looks like it's gonna be a lot of 40s and 50s. Just trying to give them the die chip check as quick as I can. Yeah, KJ, you said you're back in Virginia now, right? Or was it West Virginia? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, coach. T-shirt weather. I know, KJ, you were saying it was a Virginia of some sort. I'm a little surprised I haven't hit a die chip yet. That's damage. Oh, Virginia, DC area. Okay. Oh, I do remember you saying DC. Erosion. I don't know. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, and we won't hit a die chip in 2 rolls of Wheaties. I think you got to put in a mount in, coach. Like after the marked slots, a space, and then how much you're essentially betting on it. And I think it has to be at least 10. I was doing 9 one day for I don't know how long, trying to get the thing to work. And then I realized that it has a minimum of 10 coins. I figured I better put this Streamlabs thing in the streams because there ain't too much else excitement going on in them. Other than when we hit something cool in a roll hunt or scope hunt like we're doing this morning. My bet is we will find a die chip somewhere in a wheat stock. If we hit one. If we don't hit one, we don't hit one. But if we do, I'm guessing it's going to be in a wheat stock. Very possibly could be somewhere in the Liberty too, though, because that's pretty common. We'll see how long I can go this morning before I knock my camera over that's on the scope here. A little bit brighter. 58. If anybody's lurking, to let me know if I seem to blow past something on a coin that looks like it should have been looked at a little closer. Usually on these Wheaties, though, anything I find, like a die chip or something, usually stands out pretty good right away. Or a die crack. about 6 pennies left in this roll. Then maybe we'll look at those halves. Bounce around here instead, so we ain't doing 2 rolls in a row of the same. There's a little bit older. Yeah, I'm guessing these are going to be mostly 40, 50s. That's probably what he did for the roll. It's just anytime he got one, threw it in this roll. This roll looks like it might be a little bit newer. Hard to tell because it looks like some of the coins are a little bit shinier on the edges. I don't know. We'll see. I like to switch up which way I go on a coin sometimes because otherwise it gets a little monotonous. Four left. Two to go. Investable. Good to see you, man. I haven't seen anybody in more than a month just because I've been so sick. 500 Wheaties the other week. You get any good dates? I know you don't really look at errors, do you, Investable? But how'd you do on dates? Or have you not gone through them? Oh, I will watch it after the stream then for sure. I'll put it on my watch list for today as I sit down and just go through some of my channels that I watch. Yeah, so don't tell me if there's anything good. Alright, let's move to, let's open up this. There's a 67 on the bottom and a 68 on the top. Oh, let's see what the first couple come out to be. I think these are all silver. $67. Oh, you haven't gone through them yet? You just did the mail day? So 68, 67. There's a 66. All right, I'm going to pile these in a certain order because then I got to look at the book. So there's, and see if there's anything to truly look for on these. 66, 67. There's a 67. There's a 68. There's a 68. There's a 68. Yeah, I know. Crazy now. There's a 68. Some of these are in nice shape too. Here's a 67. So I'm guessing these are going to be all his 40s. There's a 67. There's a 67. Robs. How you doing, man? There's a 67. Should do it this way so we can see how you guys then can see what I'm laying out. There's a 68. There's a 67. 14 Mercury dimes also. I don't know if I got 14 Mercury dimes. I don't think my grandfather was that big of a Mercury dime collector. I'm guessing it's going to be mostly 67s. I think are going to be the majority of them here. And I got to go to my book and see what we're going to look for, if anything, under the scope. So 67s are definitely coming out to be what was mostly in here. Oh, there's a 66. There's a 68. Oh, there's a 65. The 165 was in that roll. 266s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 67s. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 68s. All right, let me look at my book quick. I gotta see what I gotta scope these for, if any. This is probably my go-to. And then the different volumes of cherry pickers. Oh, and this only has 70. This starts with 71. 5.5 silver quarters to 1. It's crazy how that number has changed. I don't think halves are in either of my two cherry book. Or that's my halves in here. No, half dimes and stuff. All right, so we're just gonna look at these and see if anything truly stands out. I thought one of these books had Strike It Rich has got halves in it, but they all start at 71. So we'll see if there's anything like really high grade nice to set aside. A little bit of strike doubling. I don't know if there's going to be really too much to look for on these halves. $266s. My scope is almost too close for halves and Ike dollars. But we should be able to pick out a die chip or I would assume you probably would find a die crack on one of these more so than a die chip. Not going to spend a lot of time. Because anything should kind of stand out. And then we're going to hit one of the nickel rolls. Double striking on the machine, doubling on the god there. A little bit on the eye. I don't know, maybe these were acceptable to die chips too occasionally. I just don't recall anybody talking about prominent die chips on these, you know, like they talk about the beehive on the nickel and stuff on the side of the Monticello bill. I don't know how many of those I've found now over the last couple months. I'd have to go look. Very 2018 is where I found most of my die chips on the side of the Monticello. Seems to be a prominent year for that. I guess I didn't really look at the mintages of these. Something I can go back and do later when I log these into the collection database. It's kind of a nicer looking one. Not a lot of luster, but it's still, that one's in good condition. There's got to be some known things on these 60s that I just don't know about. Oh, I've got a document. I don't know if it helps me with halves at all or not. I don't know if I have a halves. I don't think so. Maybe there just isn't that much on these to look for. Yeah, about maybe 12 left. That first double striking was nice. Good example of machine striking. Machine doubling, but I typically won't set it aside. They do sound like silver when you hear them together. Contact damage there. A little bit more luster on that one. That's 67. Scratches up there. The eagle head is never very good. Guessing the highest point on the reverse. I don't know for sure what the highest point on a reverse is, but that might be it. This might be a nicer 67. I knew there was a roll like this in the safe. Typical shattering on the head and face. All right, I think we're into our 68s. I might have to go back and look and see if there's anything specific to look for on these. I'm not seeing anything that stood out on any of them. It's like 5 left, and then we're going to do some nickels, which he's got marked as mixed 50s. Here's a really nice looking 68. As far as the luster is concerned, let's see what the damage looks like. A little bit right there. Face has got typical. Don't look bad though. Reverse doesn't look bad at all. Nice 68. Probably flip that one at some point. Well, this will be a nice little addition to the $half. There's some machine doubling. Most of dollar has it. Yeah, half's got it a little bit. Like United might have it a hair. Don't really notice it on States or America. Definitely on the dollar, $half though. Good old strike doubling. Two more. Error scratch. Looks like a scratch. Last one for the morning. All right. Sip of coffee and into some nickels. This says mix 50 mix. And the top one on this is what? A 46. So these might be fun. These are gonna definitely supplement the old nickel collection on the older side of things. Raise my numbers quite a bit, actually, I'm guessing. I am going to go and get my nickel notes up because I don't know off the top of my head. I know some of the key dates on nickels, but not all of them. We're going to go here so we can check mintages as we go. I'm guessing there's not going to be any silver ones in this because he would have had those out separated, so 46. Nickels are a little bit quicker look. 46p, 161 million. These might just be 40s and 50s too, to tell you the truth. $7D. Maybe we get a nice minty one at some point. Looks like there might be some shinies. 59. That is a 59D. Nothing to get excited about there. $50.60. All the 56s are fairly, well, they're all under 100 million. This is the highest one though at 67. $52. Now that's a better day. I don't know what you're looking for in 52 exactly. The S or the D actually. So we'll take a D. Take a D here. Oh, there we go. 30 million. So there might be some decent years in this stuff. I don't know, we'll see. $54. P or S is what we're really looking for here. And it's the D. That's over 100. 117 actually. Man, he must have just stacked the nickels away. 46. D and S again, if we can get lucky enough. Nope, it's the P that's over 100. I am happy I'm getting through these though. 47. They're all under 100, but D and S is what we're going to want. Oh, it is the P. I don't see anything that stands out. $58D. $41. That's going back. $41P. That's 200 million. So earlier year, but not a good vintage. Back to 46. Kind of a cool looking nickel with how it's darkened, but over 100 million again. $48. All the 48s are under 100, but this one's 89. Another 48, so probably a Philly. Nope, it's a Denver. 44 million. So that's a little lower mintage. 53. $53 is also all under, and this is 59 million. I'm not really expecting to find any errors on these unless I find like a die crack or lamination error. 1940. Spin it back to here. Basically 40. Well, yeah, the P's 176. This is striking me as a Philadelphia. Yep. $52. There we go. There's a better date. D or S is what you're looking for here. Come on. Denver. There we go. Denver. 30 million. So there's some good coins in this roll. He's stuck some good ones away. 41. I don't know how much he watched mint marks, I guess. 56. All under 100. $56 piece, 35 million. $59. Over 100. $67. I would assume we're not going to see any steps in any of these. 47. $58 Philly would be nice. 17 million. Come on, no mint mark. Oh, Denver. Didn't hit that one. I think that's damage, isn't it? Or is that a chip? Could be a chip, I guess. I gotta look at it on the edge. Damage. Boy, did that look like a die chip, though. But the edge told me damage. Another 46. Seven. All under 100, but looking for the D or the S. And the D, 37. $52. Nicer looking one to start with. $30 million. A D. Back could be prettier. $45 million on the D. 57. One more, and then I'm going to switch to pennies. See what's in this roll. That could look better. All right. Anybody still lurking? Or am I by myself? Am I by myself? Back to Wheaties. I think I'm by myself. Oh, Investable still lurking. All right. I always count on Investable for lurking around, huh? Got a little out of focus there. You just got me going in the background or something, Investable? KJ said all the sound was good and stuff. How's it for you? Give me the technical checkup. Sound check and video good. Perfect. Thank you, thank you. Well, that's weird coloring, huh? Around Liberty and the date. Boy, that aged just kind of weirdly. Yeah, you never know, how coins are going to age. Not a big toner fan. I've never really been a big toner fan. Sometimes I am. Another one. I wonder if it wasn't just being in that particular tube. I wonder if the tube was wet at some point and then dried out. Almost looks like it. Huh. Because the whole bottom half of this tube, I don't know if you can see it, if anybody's here, but the whole bottom half of this tube is significantly colored differently than the top half of the tube. time is it? 10:50? Well, color's going to start changing here on these. This weird color. I think these were wet at some point. I'm a little surprised they have not found a dye chip. 47. That's a year I don't see all the time. I'm sure the mintage is through the roof, but that one could look better. Yeah, to me, that's definitely, I was wet at some point type of look. $52D. That looks like was the start of some lamination error. Especially this here. And it kind of goes up there because that's not, I mean, it could be damage. I don't know. I guess I'll side on damage and not really care about it. Looked very lamination air-ish. But I'd prefer a one that is without a doubt. I don't like to speculate on errors and varieties. There's enough in COD we trust people in the world. I don't need to be another one. Ooh, almost did it. Almost went 2 hours ago. Almost knocked the camera over. Ooh. This has seen better days. This went through something. Watch, this will be the one that has got a nice dye chip on the back. Thank goodness it didn't. Cool color. Nice strike doubling on RIBU. Some on the S. Actually, it's some on Unum too. What is that? A 56D? I don't think. Nope. Nothing. There's some repunched mint marks on 56D, but they're not there either. Alright, about done with pennies. With the Wheaties. Well, that B looks big, doesn't it? I don't know if you're still here, Investable, but I just looked at 56D though in the book. There ain't nothing that says anything about doubling in Liberty. Possibly an old die chip. Just trying to see if that looks like it could be damaged. It looks raised to me, doesn't it? I don't know if you're here, Investable. To me, it looks like it's raised and not gouged. I think it is a die chip, but I'm going to pass on keeping it. Just not. Not the banger that we'd be looking for. Agreed. It even looked raised in the loop a little bit when I got it to the side. Not by a lot, though. Four pennies left, and then one more roll of the old nickels. There's another one that kind of looks odd. This looks like a contact strike. This looks like that. Well, that definitely I think is a die chip. I don't know. Do I save that one investable? I put it aside as an error. I'll set it aside as a possibility. I don't know. I just don't like them when they're not. No doubt. I set that one aside just to be able to think on it. Maybe we'll take a closer look at later. Alright, last weedy for this roll. For this tube, I should say. All right, a sip of coffee, and then we are going to something that says mixed 50s again, but the last one said mixed 50s, and I had some 40s too. So. And then maybe we'll do a handful pocket change out of the pocket change bucket. I'll call it a stream. What are we at? Hour 46 minutes. We'll do at least 2 hours or more today. This morning, we might push 3. Who knows? Might have to go get a soda. We'll do this roll, or I should say this tube of nickels, and then I'm going to do a little bit out of the pocket change bags. That'll give us an opportunity to look at a couple quarters, some stuff we haven't this morning. Boy, if we could have a 55p, this could be a Philly. It's 8 million. If it's a D, it's still under 100. It's 74. And there's a D over S 55D, so. And this one ain't got a whole lot of wear. But we are hoping for no mint mark on this. Nope. It is a D, so it's 74, and there is not enough there to say it's got the D over S. It's definitely been smushed around, but this one feels light. 58. Again, looking for the P on the 58. Nope, it's a D. 0 for 2 on the start of this nickel tube. Another nice 55. I don't know about nice, but still good details. But it is a D, and I don't see no D over S on that either. I'm on the wrong screen. A little bit more minty looking 54 there. That is a D. Oh, I forgot. There's games on today. I don't think the first one starts at noon, though. Not a bad looking obverse on that 59. Anybody lurking in chat? Does anybody know when the first game starts today for the conference championships? Lustery 58. I call that lustery. Well, this is definitely going to fill out my collection numbers in the 50s. Tell you that. I might have to start selling some old nickels at some point. I don't typically sell anything, but yeah, I shouldn't say that. I do put dimes on and whatnot. I think I'm gonna put some proof stuff on there, some halves and stuff like that. Sell more cards on whatnot than I do coins, though, because I like to hoard the coins too much. 55. Come on. Come on, Gramps. Leave us a Philly. That's not a bad looking one either. Can you leave us a Philly? Nope. Refuses to leave us a 55 Philly. I must have a couple 55 Phillies in the collection. So I have to look at my numbers. $54. Philly or the S. Nope. Be cool to pull one of these out of here with some steps. I don't think that's too much of a possibility. A lot of Denvers in this. $58 Denver. $56. They're all under. Be nice if this was a Philly. That'd be $36 million. Nope. Up to $67 million. That's all right. We got some low mintages earlier this morning. I can't complain too much. For what he left us. A couple more, and then we'll do some pulls out of the pocket change bags. And probably call it a stream. A lot of 57s in this particular tube. Must have been like his, I don't know if this was his Denver tube or what. It's definitely what I'm getting. 53. So this is a better date. 46, 59, or the S is 19. I'm guessing it's going to be a D. Yeah. That it is. Still a 59 million coin. I don't know if I haven't seen a Philly in this tube. $56. Good details on that one still. E pluribus nunum. KJ. Have you been lurking the whole time, or are you back and forth? 53. Boy, I'd like to see an S. But I'm going to guess it's a D. Yeah. Five of these nickels left, and then I'm going to do a little bit out of the pocket change bags. See if we can't hit something cool. Because this finishes the couple tubes that I grabbed out of the safe. Been in lurk working on an edit. Okay. If you think of it, send me that that logo you were talking about how the one you did for the collective podcast thing we were talking about. I want to see how you've changed it. I liked it a lot when you showed me a couple months ago when we were talking about it. It kind of had that old style kind of old. It almost felt like, if I remember it right, it looked kind of old western-y. You email it or drop it in Discord. I got you. Can you message things like? Can you message images in Discord? You must be able to. I'm guessing. All right, let's grab some other stuff just to do something. We're at 2 hours now. We're going to do just, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to the over screen. We're going to do that many pennies out of the pocket change. We're going to do that many quarters out of the pocket change. And we're going to do that many nickels out of the pocket change. Yeah, I know. It was well before you moved. Let's see what has come about in pocket change lately. 92. Close AM? Nope. Wide AM. Kind of a nice looking 2006. I don't know if it's at the level of keep. See what the reverse looks like. I don't know. That might get thrown in the 2000 odds. That's a pretty good 2006 for being 2006. It's got better eye appeal than this 2024. $70 is copper. Yeah, I think I got to save that 2006. It's got better eye appeal than half of what I'm looking at. That's actually newer. There, KJ, I think you got the wrench. I looked at it and I'm like, never gave you a wrench from the past? KJ's got to have the 86 ability. Was that copper? I think it was. Yes, it was. That was copper. The next silver. Well, there's a thing in Streamlabs too that is regulars, and I'm not exactly sure how that works or what that's even for. I'll look into it a little bit more. 82D needs to be weighed. .1, that's copper. It's a large date though. Just make sure it's a large date. Yeah, it's a large date. This looks minty. This might not be a bad 2024. Fields look good. I don't see any major damage yet. This might be a keeper. I don't like that spot. Alright, we'll throw that in the keeps just because that ain't been circulated. That can definitely be considered BU uncirculated. Alright, now we gotta go quarters. I don't see any reason keeping that. I do like the George Rogers Clark Indiana quarter, but this one is not in good enough condition to move to the collection. making anybody sick yet? The blind bat is one that I do not have yet. Not found a blind bat yet. I do like the Washington Quarter also. I do save some of them and when they're in good enough condition, but that is not one of them. Alright, on to nickels. Fix my thing here. $20.25. I don't have a lot of 2025s, I don't think. unfortunately, this one I think is going to look a little... not bad. Front is not bad. Obverse is not bad. And this one's there. You got to save 2025s just because I don't think the mintages are even out on them yet. Huh? Yeah, but I don't think anybody's here. Oh, are you, KJ? I wasn't sure if you were here or not because my viewers went down, so I thought maybe you jetted. She was just coming in to get some money that needed to go to the bank. Yeah, right. Let's see. What should we do? What should we do? What can we look at? Let's take a handful out of what is supposed to be the copper bucket. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know how much it helps. I'm guessing it helps some, I'm guessing. I'll do 10 pennies on the copper side of things. What, did that have a big rotation? Or was that just me flipping it? No, that was me flipping it. Ooh, kind of cool blue toning on this one. I don't know. This one might have to be saved just for that. Yes, that's a large state. I don't know. I always got to look. Does it got cool blue on the back too? Wow. Does it look like that to the naked eye? Yeah, it's got a little iridescent look to it. At the right angle. Stands out much more on the scope. You can't see it. I don't know. Do I save it just for the fact that it's kind of cool? Maybe. We'll set it aside. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. I mean, they almost look coated with something, but it is just kind of how they certain ones. You know, it all depends on what environment they sat in for all those years. Sometimes you get that iridescent look to them, which is natural. Nobody's doing anything with that. I figured this one looked too good to be copper or copper age. What was this? Was that a D? Yeah. '85's got a repunchment mark, but I don't know where exactly the repunch is. I gotta look. Where is the repunch on the Yeah, I think it's usually the copper that's causes that. The 85 repunchment mark should be noticeable over here. And I don't see that at all. But there's another one that is on the inside and down below, and that one's kind of got it, but I don't think it. That's not enough. That one's gonna be passed on. Couple more and then I'm gonna call it a stream, because all of that stuff I pulled out of the safe has now got to be logged into my logging system. That will take me a good portion of the evening, I'm guessing. I don't see the extra ear on this 83D. And I'm guessing it's not going to be copper, but we will weigh it anyways, because you find an 83D in copper and you've got something. Oh, 2.5. Are you here, KJ? Oh, 59er was in there. All right, we're gonna do. That is it. There. We're gonna do the end of the stream. KJ, I think. I mean, investable might be lurking. I don't know from the numbers. All investable is. Yeah, I didn't go through and look at type 1 versus type 2 on these. I suppose it's something that should be done, huh? I always got to look at the book. It's type 1 and type 2 on. Can you get type 1 and type 2? I don't know enough about Ikes. Can you get type 1 and type 2 on bicentennials? Because this whole stack here, this whole stack is bicentennials. I don't know enough about Ikes. Oh yes. Bicentennials have type variety 1 and variety 2. Variety 1 is the thick letters. Is this two different versions of it right here? Yep, there's the difference right there. So there's variety 1. There's variety 1. That's how states look in variety 1. And here is a variety 2. So which one is more desirable? Variety 1 is only 4 million minted. And MS66 is worth $1,100. That's a Philly, though. I think most of these are Philly, though. Yeah, so a variety 1 Philly is the most desired. Okay, that's a Denver. That's a Denver. All right, let's run through these real quick. I was going to end the stream, but now Investable's got me doing something. That's a Denver. I'm not sure most of these aren't going to be Denver. He might have got a roll of Denvers from somewhere. That's a Denver. That's a Denver. This might be a roll of Denvers. So we might not even have a shot at it there, Investable. I mean, there are only 4 million minted. I mean, my assumption is he ain't going to have a Philly sitting in here. That's a Denver. That's a 72. It's looking like we're going to be... I think these are all Denvers. He must have got a Denver roll somewhere. Yep, they're all Denvers. So that changes it a little bit because the Denver Variety 1 was 21 million. The Denver Variety 2 was 82 million. Yeah, I mean, what you really want is you want that Variety 1 Philadelphia. Because it's only 4 million. And if it's high grade, you're in the money. You know, the Denver Variety 1, if you can get it up into MS 66 or better, you're looking at over $100. Let's separate out the varieties here quick. So the detailed ones are Variety 2s. So that's a Variety 2. That's a 1. So the ones are very blocky letters, where the 2s essentially have serifs on them. So let's see what I got the most of. This will take a second. It's looking like Variety 2 is going to be what I'm going to have the most of. In Denver, Variety 2 are the much higher minted. So it would go to assume we are going to hit more Variety 2s than 1s. Yeah, I'd send them in then. I'd definitely be... I'd get a couple of those graded just to see what they come back as. So you can see, you know, Variety 1 is probably not... Variety 1 in Denver is 21 million, which is still a low mintage. You can almost tell with the naked eye, but sometimes I gotta look. There's a 2. That's a Variety 1. Four left. most of them are coming out to being variety 2s. But even to have 3 variety 1s is kind of cool because they're 21 million. Well, that's a 1. Yep, that's a 1. So we added 1 there. And that's a 1. So there's what we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in the variety 1 of the 21 million minted, and a crap load of the other ones. So, alright. Well, that kind of got me sidetracked for a second there, but it was cool to do. Alright, we're going to do the end of the stream pack opening. Get these in screen here. KJ and Investable, you both pick one. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1 through 7. Number 3 is actually WNBA because I'm into watching them. Follow them a little bit. Cowboy Dan goes red. Okay, I'm assuming red. So there's Cowboy Dan, and Vestable's going 4. So I'll count this 1, 2, 3, 4. Vegetable goes with the score. We'll do the score. Trying to hit a Packer. These are, in fact, let's see. Did I reset the Packer? Yep. So we have no Packers pulled yet this year. This is the first on-stream packs. So we're at 0 packs opened, 0 on the longest pack streak, and the current packs. So we got to start a streak here. Rookies are on the front of these score packs. Kyle Monungai. Yeah, unfortunately, somebody's going to like that card. I don't, for sure, because it's a bear. Jaden Barron, or Jade Barron, from the Denver Broncos. We'll have to see how they do today. Let's see if this guy's even still playing for him. Colston Loveland. Somebody from the Bear, as a Bears fan, is going to definitely pick that up from me. And a 173 tackles. Who is that? Zaire Franklin. Don't know. Miami Dolphins, Tyreek Hill throwbacks. Insert a Raiders, Max Crosby. That's a parallel of some sort, I do believe. Or that might be a base. A Seahawks, Zach Charbonnet. Another Miami Dolphins, Chop Robinson. A Washington, Frankie Louvu. A Panthers, Josie Jewell. And a Vikings, Stephon Gilmore. And a Jatavian Sanders. I think that's the last card, yeah. So no Packer. No Packer there. Probably the best rookie cards is this Colston Loveland. Somebody will somebody will scoop that up. For sure. And somebody will definitely scoop up the Monunda. And the rest of them are jank, as the Magic World would say. All right, KJ. Let's see, does KJ start the Packer streak? Can KJ start the Packer streak? I've hit Packers offline, just opening cards privately, but we have not done any online yet. And that's terrible quality control. But at least it's not a rookie, but it is Drake May. And a Audrig Esteem. And a Baltimore Zay Flowers. This must all be base. Terrible quality control. I don't know if you can see that top right there. It's faded here. There's a print line or something. They all like that. I'm going to be ticked if we get a Packer card and it's like that. Yeah, that one's like that. I like absolute cards for the most part. I think they're clean looking cards, but gosh, you want something decent. Michael Pittman Jr. All right. So they're that goofed up top of the card. That was the last one. Like that, maybe. Hopefully. Because this one looks legit. So Michael Pittman Jr. There's a Dallas Dak. Not looking good. Here's a backwards janked up. I don't know if you can tell. Janked up. Better not be a Packer card. Suiting up for... Oh, good. It's a jank card. Harrison Johnson. Good. It didn't matter. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big grader of in the card hobby, but you want decent shaped stuff. A TJ Sanders. There's the parallel rookie for Buffalo. So I personally don't know if that's a big rookie for Buffalo or not. And then the green rookie foil parallel of Josh Simmons for Kansas City. So no Packers. So let's see. I want to see something quick here. No Packers. I got to put this on the other screen, actually. So now, let's go back to here. Two for the year and nothing. Two sellable bears, I guess. Somebody will grab those from me on whatnot. They're probably $4 rookie cards. Maybe three. Three's probably closer to legit. All right, that's it. I'm going to call that a stream. 2 hours, 50 minutes. pretty typical, I guess, for just a sitting around and going through some coins. Thanks, KJ Investable, for basically hanging. Who'd we have earlier too? We had some others. Coach. Mandy Brown. I think that's the first time I've ever seen Mandy Brown in the room. So I'm going to call it a stream. Yeah, you guys have a good day too. Investable, I'm going to go check out that unboxing video. I might do it. I'll probably have it on my big screen that's over here next to me as I'm logging all these coins in and stuff. So I'm going to go get something to eat. Then I'm going to come back down to the desk. Start logging all these coins that we... into the collection count. I suppose I can show you what I do. I'll give you a little insight into what I'm talking about. So I've got I think I've showed this before. But it's a spreadsheet. So like right now I'm on my pennies. Shows you how many, Denver, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and then it totals it. And then what I've got here is like here's from 1940 to 1949, and it gives you a total of that decade from 40 to 49. So like this is 30 to 39, and then the total of the decade. And then my tabs along the bottom will switch from nickels, quarters. The grayed area are my silver. Those are silver years. Like if you go to dollars, this is Morgan's. And then the pieces start in 21. They're silver. These are Ike's. These are my Susan B. Anthony's that are my main collection chase on dollars. So that's when I say logging coins in, like anything that I keep that don't go back to the bank goes, in a tube or in a flip or something, and then it gets logged in as me having another one of those in the collection here in the office. So maybe a little more than a lot of people do, but I like to be able to just pull this up and then look and be like, oh, I got, like 1932 pennies. I got one Denver, I got one Philadelphia for a total of 2 over here. There's 36 in the decade. Probably a little more OCD than most people. How most people collect, but I do like to know at a glance if I have something, if somebody needs something or wants something, I can be like, oh, I can go to this. I can be like, yeah, it says I got a couple of them. Then it's just a matter of, are they flipped up? Yeah, I mean, this at a glance, you can see what I don't have something of, because there's no number there, But then it's just a matter of, okay, did I put that in a tube over on the shelf over there, or is it in a flip box and stuff, So when I say I'm going to sit and log and watch another video, another YouTube video, like your mail day one, it's going to be this is what I'm doing is I'm putting these into this as I'm watching, so. All right, thanks for hanging out, Investables. I don't know, KJ might already be gone. Thanks for hanging out, KJ. I don't know if I'm going to stream tonight at all, because I know there's 2 football games to watch. Later on this week, I'm finally feeling better. I've been sick for like a month, 4 weeks or so. It's been pretty unbearable, but I'm feeling better. Good enough to sit down here in the office now and stuff. So you should see coin streams kind of fire back up. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee, find something to eat. Thanks for hanging out, you two. Take it easy.